I've always been drawn to the eerie tales that echo through the streets of Tehran, especially the ones that involve the Khojaste mansion, a descriptive structure hidden away in the heart of the city. It's said to be haunted, and over the years, whispers of its sinister past have wrapped around it like an indelible shroud. As a thrill seeker, the moment I heard about the mansion's dark history, I knew I had to explore it. Alright, ready to get scared? Turn off the lights, get cozy, and let the chill begin. One chilly evening, I gathered my courage and decided to set out on my adventure, armed with nothing but a flashlight and my phone for possible documentation. I traveled to the mansion. As I approached, the once grand structure loomed over me, its crumbling walls telling the stories of a bygone era. Windows, like hollow eyes, stared back at me, and an unsettling breeze seemed to sigh into the night. Stepping inside was like walking into a time capsule. Dust particles danced in the beam of my flashlight, and the air was thick with decay. As I wandered through the dark, empty corridors, I felt an inexplicable chill run down my spine. Faded paintings lined the walls, and I couldn't help but wonder about the lives that filled this space long ago. Suddenly, I stumbled upon what seemed to be a drawing room, the furniture caulked in white sheets, and large, spider-infested chandeliers hanging from the ceiling. It looked as though it hadn't been touched in decades. My heart raced as the thought of what might have happened here. I could almost hear muffled voices in the distance, laughter mingled with sorrow. As I explored deeper, I came across a staircase leading to the basement. A sense of dread washed over me, but my curiosity prevailed, and I decided to descend. Each step creaked beneath my weight, sending echoes into the cold, dark void. The air grew heavier, and an unbearable silence enveloped me. Reaching the bottom, I found myself in a dimly lit room that was littered with remnants of what once was old furniture, broken mirrors, and the lingering scent of mildew. As I scanned the area, I noticed a large, dusty mirror hanging on the wall. Compelled by an uneasy force, I approached it, whipping the surface with my sleeve. To my shock, I didn't see just my reflection. A shadowy figure loomed behind me. I whirled around, but there was nothing there. Shaking off the unease, I turned back to the mirror. The figure remained, though it had grown more distinct. A woman in an old-fashioned dress, her face twisted in a silent scream, seemed to beckon me closer. Just then, the whispers grew louder, echoing through the chamber, and I understood. They were cries for help. My heart raced as I fell down to the mirror, compelled to uncover the secret it held. As I reached out a trembling hand, the mirror rippled like water, and before I knew it, I was drowned through the glass. On the other side, I found myself in a sepulchral version of the room. The walls were adorned with vibrant paintings that pulsated with life, yet the atmosphere was suffocatingly oppressive. The woman stood before me, her eyes now sorrowful instead of frantic. She explained through barely audible whispers that centuries ago she had been trapped in the mansion, cursed to wander its halls for eternity after her jealous lover murdered her. Determined to help her, I explored this eerie realm with her, searching for a way to lift her curse. We ventured through twisted hallways filled with echoes of her past, the sounds of grand ball, laughter, and music, silenced by tragedy. As we delved deeper, the truth revealed itself. Each tragic tale in the mansion fed the dark energy that kept her bound to this place. Finally, we reached the grand hall, where an ornate altar stood at its center. The woman pleaded with me to help her find peace. I lit a candle from the depth of my pocket, hoping its flame could dispel the darkness, and I placed it on the altar. The room reverberated with an ominous energy. The shadows began to swirl violently, and the air crackled with tension. Suddenly, a loud, anguished scream echoed through the mansion, shaking its very foundations. The woman's figure flickered like a candle's flame, and in a flash, I found myself standing once more in a crumbling basement. The mirror now intact and unyielding. But what chilled me to the bone was the sudden realization that I was no longer alone. As I turned, horror gripped me. The woman's reflection stared back, her mournful eyes pleading for help. But as I reached out, I found my hand pressed against the solid glass, trapped on the other side. The mirror began to darken, reflecting a new reality. The mansion was alive with whispers of countless souls, and I had joined their ranks. Now, I wandered the halls of Khojasta mansion alongside her, forever trapped in this ghostly realm. I can only hope that others fill the pool of curiosity and come seeking answers, so that maybe one day the cycle of haunting can finally end. Thank you for joining me on this chilling journey through real-life horror. Remember, the scariest stories are often the ones that live next door. If you enjoyed this tale, please like, subscribe, and share your own scary experiences in the comments below. Until next time, keep your lights on and stay safe.